When spirit say go, you listen. Enjoyed my time here in Da Nang, Vietnam. I chose here for health reasons. I have bronchitis. I don't talk about it as much because my health has been better here because I haven't been extremely stressed. Yes, I've had stressful situations, but not to the detriment of my health. And it's also been, the air's clear. It's not like filled with a bunch of pollution. I have bronchitis. I don't talk about it often because I've actually been doing pretty well here. It's really important for me to go where the levels of pollution are low and I can breathe without having more complications later on in life. So that's a part of my travel guide. That's why you gotta go get it, because I talk about all those things. Just like navigating the right place based on being able to breathe, quality of living, quality of life, access to food. I'm vegan and gluten-free. So of course, this is why I picked this area. I'm not going to Europe where it's just a bunch of bread all day. Yes, they have bread in Asia, but there's so much rice options that I'm able to navigate easily and efficiently, especially with the Buddhist community. There's a lot more options for me and I'm not struggling to nourish myself. So of course, that's why I left the United States. It was really hard to stay and nourish myself. The farmers markets, I'm grateful, but that was like the only way that I was able to do it. And when I was working in the service industry, it was really hard to always kind of go get food and having to navigate going to get there without a car. It was just so much. Here, I don't have to always have a car. I could use a Grab and it's within my budget. I'm not over maxing myself to live. Like, I'm not supposed to be living to work. That is something that I learned early on living in Ghana. It's something that I've been learning going out throughout the world. The United States is just wrong. It's wrong in so many ways. They are intentionally now deporting. I shouldn't say exporting. They're deporting American citizens, detaining them in airports. And I am not coming back. And to anyone who thinks I should, it's usually not black women. It's black men. And they're weird. And I'm just not listening to them anymore. You're going to have to learn how to listen to women. And if you don't know how to listen to black women, you just get the hell out of the way. Like, move. Bitch, get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Seriously. But to the black women who support me, you're my audience. And I just don't do this for me. I do this for you, to show you the true, real, nitty gritty and the good, the bad, and the ugly. Vietnam is a beautiful place, especially to build relationships with actual Vietnamese people. We share a lot of commonality and culture. However, as far as money goes, it's still gonna need some improvement in certain places. Only because, you know, this wasn't meant to be tourists. This is people's lives, you know, so they're not gonna have things for foreigners. This is an unexpected rate of so many people coming here. Everyone think they going to Bangkok. I went there, I was like, oh, the pollution real bad. My friend put me on game like, yeah, nah, don't even try to be a teacher. Like, your health is more important than this. I think sometimes influencers do a great disservice telling the truth and the realities of moving abroad. And there's more you can do in other countries outside of teaching English. Teaching English is a start, but it's not the only thing. And especially if you have multiple skills, like in film, music, tech, healthcare, humanities, there's so much you can do. I'm not going to tell people not to go to school. The universities in Asia are top tier, and they have a lot of amazing programs and fellowships that are fully funded for foreigners, because they do want us to be here and they want us to teach beyond just English. They want to learn more things. They love the arts. They love our music. So it's time for me to just get better at what I'm already doing. And education is important. Like, people got to go to the Met Gala. I know people have this really bad discourse with the Met Gala, but the Met Gala also foreign arts. It's a fundraiser for arts, and you need the arts. Without arts, there is no way to facilitate what truly happened in history without it constantly being erased. You can't erase music. They try, but it's always coming out. If it wasn't for the music of the 60s to 70s to 20s to 30s by Black artists and people of color and immigrants, we would never know their stories, because it's always constantly being reshaped, re-erased by the public opinion holders and controllers of history. So music is something that's always sung and told, and it's important because that's how we have griots and that's how we preserve our histories. So me being in art is integral, is important, and it will and has been making impacts on my communities. And I know that I'm meant for more, and that's why I'm out of America. Like, I'm going where I'm actually supported, where people want to hear what I got to offer. And there's more avenues and ways for me to do it. There's so many music studios in Japan. It's crazy. In Korea. And it shouldn't be a male-dominated space. The music studios are a male-dominated space. There's too many women with talent who are not in the music studios. And I am going to change that. I'm not here to just sing and perform on stage. I want to do more than that. There is more. And I'm not saying it's lesser than. It's just like, bruh, everybody could sing on stage, but everybody not in the studio, and that needs to change. It needs to change. I'm not gonna just do hip-hop. I'm more than that. Rap is ancestral. It started with scatting. Before that, it started with chanting in sacred circles where we're doing social gatherings with the drummers as the original DJs. Like, more on those soon, but y'all, it's just so much more to music and film than meets the eye. And without us in these spaces, our stories do not get to be told. Everything isn't demonic. Like, do y'all even know where this stuff comes from? Everyone is not Christian. That is not the end all be all. And that's rhetoric is what destroyed and annihilated so many cultures and cultural and social genocide. We have to stop it. We have to stop it, and this is what it's going to take. And this page is a music page. I had to decline people's help to try to help me with my YouTube channel because they don't realize that this is an official music channel. This is not just a typical YouTube trying to make it work with 1,000 subscribers. Like, I'm actively building my fan base and contributing to the fans and the people and the supporters and the strangers who come up on my art and want to support me. Like, this is about y'all. This is me getting to know you, getting to know me, and showing you the journey. So you're not wondering how I did it. You're seeing how I'm doing it. You ain't got to be asking. Like, I'm going to have documentaries and I'm going to direct them probably. And this is the start. This is the first documentary. This is the autobiography. This is me telling my story and putting it out there. This is me building my own platform. This is the part of it. And I'm so excited to be here. And I'm so grateful that you're here on this journey. And if, you have the inkling to support, share, like, subscribe, and also donate. Like, donate to the cause. Write it off on your taxes. And think of it as an investment in yourself as well. Like, I made this travel guide for y'all, and I'm gonna continuously update it. This goes into me affording to get better in my editing. This goes into me being able to get better, to live, to grow, to get a vocal coach, to be able to get a crew. I didn't see that as a possibility in the United States. There are a lot of people who are kind of stubborn right now. They're just like, you could do this all in your own country. And I'm like, not with that administration. I don't think you understand what's truly unraveling before our eyes. But I know that you do, because the people who watch this are not regular weird people. These are Black women. These are non-binary folk. These are people who've been loud every day, telling the world, telling our politicians, telling everyone that wants to hear and needs to hear and deserves to hear us of our stories, what's been unraveling for a long time. This isn't new. This has been happening for years, for centuries, and we're breaking cycles. We can't break cycles and save a place. You can't put out the fire in a burning house. We're not all firefighters. The first step of a firefighter If there is no hostage, there's no, not hostages, there's no people to save inside the house. They're starting to put out the fire outside the house, not inside the house, right? So with that same mentality, how am I going to save my people in the U.S. if I can't even nourish and save myself? Our people are disorganized. Like, we don't have systems in place for people who are disabled, chronically ill. We don't have systems in place for the elderly and the children. We actually see, I've seen our society deeming them as an inconvenience. Like, to say that a life is an inconvenience is bad. It's not okay. Like, our society in America is toxic. It's bad, and it's not even just there. I'm noticing a lot of places, and people are going to other places in the world too, because they feel the same way about their own countries. It's a colonial imperialist problem. It's been a problem for quite some time, and it's not going to change if we're constantly in the places that do not nourish us. So I left. And I am ignoring my people because they're not my people. My people are people who see that there is a problem and are grateful and happy that I chose myself, that I'm doing everything in my power to save and support myself so I can actually make impacts on the world. I can't do that if I'm constantly in need and in help and hypervigilance. Like, that is not healthy. So thank you so much for being here. And continue to support this journey, and we're in this together.